Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and fix several years of financial misbehaviour. So if that's something you're interested in following along with, please don't forget to stick around and check out the other content I've created for you on this channel. Now, I am back with a new budget binder spread, and I mentioned in my video that I released on Sunday that I had been using some of the drafts and testing it out, and I am finally ready to go and ready to show you the latest, newest of my self-designed, self-printed budget binders, or budget planners, I should say, that I create and design for myself, and it is designed to work solely for me with all of my nuances and quirks, and some of them get incredibly detailed if I feel like I'm in a position where actually my budgeting needs to be that complicated. Some of them, like these one, like the one I'm going to show you now, is much more stripped back, much more simple, with a bit less fuss in terms of additional budgeting, just sheets and things that I don't really need. So it's quite exciting. It's very much reflective. Can't get my words out. It's very much reflective of actually, I just need 6 months of just a bit of peace and quiet and settling and retaining and returning to the focus of being at home, of having a good clear out, of keeping things just very savings based. And I'm limiting myself to just a 6 month spread. And then in 6 months' time, I'll review what those focuses are again. And I've got a second copy printed just in case. I've got some spares of the sheets so I can carry on plotting everything out. I've not yet transferred my April budget into here from the draft sheets that I showed you on Sunday. So this is just completely new, completely blank. And I've got a lovely new ring binder, which I treated myself to out of some birthday money. It was a very expensive price of £4 on sale. So this is going to be bulked out and added to as a kind of total budgeting document, where if needed, I can just pick this up and it's got everything I need in there in terms of my documents going forward. I used to pay to get these printed, too much money now. So what I've gone with instead of my normal marble look is actually some kind of galaxy Milky Way. And bringing this in, I am sorry that the angle is not ideal. I will be changing and tweaking this setup very soon, but at the time of filming, I'm not able to at the minute. So I've got the lovely purple, and again, yes, there is a little bit of a white border, but I decided to use what was left of my printing allowance from the school and print this off because I hadn't used my printing allowance, and it's my last full day today at my main school training placement. So yeah, I thought, well, spend it basically. And we open up to a floral theme and my favourite Tolkien quote, which I don't think is going to show. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. And if ever I were to get a tattoo, that is what I would tattoo onto my body. I've got a quarterly goals breakdown sheet, and that is because even though this is a 6 month binder, I am going to utilise quarterly goals to keep myself focused. Split into 1, 2 or 3. Now I don't know yet if that's going to be 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, or actually in order of priority 1, 2 and 3, but no more than 3, however I structure it, and you'll see these in a video very, very soon. I then have a very basic debt list. Okay, and I also have a quarterly savings tracker as well. And the debt list is just going to be a total list of the debts itself. What I may choose to do, if I choose, and this is one of the beautiful things about ring binders and why I'm moving over to ring binders specifically away from a fully bound document, is that if I want to add a sheet or take a sheet away or tweak it and return it, I can do that. So what I may choose to do is put in the list of like tracking for the debts across, similar to my last one, but realistically I'm only going to be paying the minimums, so there is no real debt snowball running for at least the next 3 months or so, and the focus is instead on savings. So what I've actually got in a slightly different style is a quarterly savings tracker, and this is where each quarter I've got my minimum saving that I want to hit, that I've done, and then my goal amount as well. So yeah, a bit more of a summary and a bit more of a, okay, this week, and this is going to be a weekly summary of savings and the sinking fund balance and things that it comes out of. At the start of each month, I have got a to-do list spread. And again, this is a printable document that I can return to with just very basic tick boxes and a note box instead. And then we come to month 1, and I keep mine undated in terms of a March or an April or a June or a July start date. I just go month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first focus for the quarter in terms of the decoration is florals, because I tend to go that way. And this is the spread that you have seen me work on. So we've got the weekly planning spread down there, and then we also have the weekly budget spread, and they sit side by side. And then for each week, I've got 2 expense tracker lists. I may not need to use all of these, but actually for just layout purposes, it was much easier to just have this. And I have 5 of them each per month. So 5 weekly budget and planner spreads, and then 10 total expense tracker pages. And again, printed double-sided. I don't end the month with any summaries. It is literally just straight into the next one with a brief to-do list, which I can work on at any point, either before the month or during the month, just to keep me focused. And then I've got a blue layout for month 2. So the design, in terms of the weekly budget design and the weekly planner design, is going to be exactly the same, as you can see there. And then again, 5 of these and 5 of these, and the double expenses tracker spread. So as that is all the same, if I then take you to, surprise, surprise, another to-do list, and we go into month 3 with lots of peaches and lots more peaches and blush pinks. So we've got the weekly planner and the weekly budget, and then the expense trackers as well. At the end of the quarter, I've elected not to do any quarterly summary, because that summary is going to be worked on at the start of the quarterly period. Instead, I've got an intersecting page there, and then we're into the quarterly goals for the second quarter. Again, it's exactly the same spread, just a different colourway from purple to blue. Another to-do list, and then we come to month 4, 5 and 6, which are very, I would say, inspired by astrology, astronomy, zodiac, a little bit of tarot. So a bit more marbling going on in the background, which is a style I like. And we've got a kind of turquoisey duck egg and gold situation going on for month 4. So again, same weekly planner, slightly different background with the mottled gold going in there. And then we've got the weekly budget spread. And then the expense trackers. And again, 5 of those, 10 total expense tracker sheets, 5 weekly planner spreads, 5 weekly budget spreads. And once again, I'm ending the month with a to-do list. And we go straight into month 5, which is very purple and very, very gold. And as you can see, we've got the weekly planner, the weekly budget, 5 of each of those. We've got the expense tracker sheets, 10 in total. And then we come to the very, very last month, where there is another to-do list, and then spread 6. So we move into darker shades, because this would coincide with the autumnal winter month starting, which is when I would transition into more of my burnt oranges, my really dark greens, and then my very frosty colours as well. So we've got a weekly planner spread and a weekly budget, 5 of each. An expense tracker sheet for you there. And then we end literally with a back cover. So what I've done is I have stripped out gifting budget sections, Christmas budget sections, inserts with lots and lots of kind of quotes, inserts with habit trackers, inserts with savings challenges built in, or more tracking, and I have just completely stripped everything back. So don't get me wrong, this is still a fair amount of paper, particularly if you consider the fact that I also printed off another set, because if I do decide I like this, I can just go again and it's printed and it's ready to go. But actually, I just felt like, do you know what? I need to design something which isn't as fussy. Sometimes fussy can work, and I've definitely been in budgeting phases where the fussier the better in terms of background images and colours and loads of stuff going on. But actually, I need to keep things stripped back, so I've stripped it back. And the one other thing that I've designed as well is, Barry, what are you doing? I mentioned the fact that I was keeping and tracking the business income separately. So I've also designed these 2 sheets that are designed to be printed back to back, but these were my mock-ups. And it is a really, really the most... What? That's really annoying. Can you stop doing that, please? Don't make me teacher voice you. I will teacher voice you. Yeah. I've completely stripped this back. Now, I have worked with far more complex budgeting, accounting, both paper documents, but then also budgeting and accounting software. Don't need that for this. I just need to keep this, again, simple and not overcomplicate things. So, as you can see, I've got really simple title, business income. The month in particular, I've then got a summary for income, a summary for expense, and a balance between the two, a plus or a minus, ideally a plus. And then I have got a list of income and a list of expenditure with a grand total at the bottom. And it is literally a date, a source, and the total amount it cost me. So, for example, if I've sold £14 worth of stuff on Vinted that's cleared and ready to go, the date would be the 18th, the source would be Vinted, and the total would be plus 14. If I then had to pay to send something on eBay, the date would be the 20th, the type would be postage, and the total would be minus £3. So that is a really simple way of doing things, with a summary front page, and then this would sit. Hello, Trouble. Thanks, Barry. And then this would sit as well. And again, these will all be hole punched, and these will sit at the very, very back of this document and be tracked separately here. So yeah. My cat has decided to interrupt things because I don't know what he wants, but he's certainly wanting something, and it's been a very late night for me, so I am going to get this uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in a couple of days' time with another video. Have a fantastic budgeting week wherever you are in the world. By the way, thank you so much for my love, on all the love I've had on the Sunday video. For some reason, people have really gravitated towards it, so that's fantastic. But I'm going to stop my rambling and let you go and enjoy your evening, morning, day, wherever you are. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.